Time was running very late. I only had an hour before I started my shift at the hospital. I had to run for a train. A couple of times I have dreamt about running to catch a train. A couple of times. Last night I waited for a train to come into its stop. I'm not sure if it was bringing family or friends. There was snow. An old steam train. A couple of times I've dreamt about running to catch a train. The train came in and looped around. I had to step back as I thought the end of the train may hit me. The train pulled in and people got off. I can't remember if I knew any of them. I went to get on the train. My son and my mother were getting on. I checked to make sure they were coming behind me a couple of times. I got on the train and went to pay for some cigarettes. The machine wouldn't take my card. I seem to remember that the person taking money and cards was wearing old-fashioned clothes. It was a steam train. I had to quickly find somewhere that would accept my card and get some cash so that I could get on the train. Time was running very late. A couple of times I've dreamt about running to catch a train. Finally I found a man in old-fashioned clothes in a house. He found the money. Time was running very late. I ran for the train, but I don't think I got there on time. Did I run to try and catch it? Did I wait for the next train? A couple of times I've dreamt about running to catch a train. Would there be another train? Who were on the trains? And where did they go? There was snow, a steam train, and snow. I'm trying to catch up with the train again. I was running to catch a train. I was lost. I didn't know which way to go. I was in London. Time was running late. There was a strange underground system. It was different to usual, a maze. I was running to catch a train. Tunnels and arches. I just kept running. So many routes branching off like a rabbit warren. I'm running to catch a train. I was wearing a camel-coloured knee-length skirt and carrying a large carpet bag. couple of times I've dreamt about running to catch a train. A couple of times. I sat down on a platform to rest. I curled up and went to sleep. I woke up and drank a cup of coffee. I spilt the coffee on the back of my skirt. How did it get there? I was running late. Blood came from me in a pool. I don't know which way to go. I was running to catch a train. I ran outside to a market stall to buy a new skirt. It cost me £9.99. It was black and rather tight. I ran through London to try and find the underground trains. I was running to catch a train. I found myself in a train, but it looked like a cattle car. It ran through the countryside. There was just one carriage which was open-topped. Where was it going? A couple of times I've dreamt about running to catch a train. It was a steam train. I ended up back in the underground system, running through alleys and under arches. I didn't know where I was going. I was running late. I was running to catch a train. I lay down on the platform and I went to sleep. A couple of times I've dreamt about running to catch a train. A couple of times.